Hey, what's up? So I just wanted to share my experience with Marvel Unlimited. I've subbed to this 3 or 4 times over the years, and there's a couple major, not like, a couple main reasons that I don't use it more often, and I don't read more often when I'm subscribed to it. Sometimes I get in the mood where I'm like, I want to read comic books and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's DC Infinite or whatever, and then there's Marvel Unlimited, and they're both pretty cool. If you really want to read some comic books, there's you can pretty much read everything on them, right? Like that part is cool. The DC website is better than this one. So the couple main things that keep me from using this website more is there's no like my library. Every time you come to Marvel Unlimited, you got to find the comic book that you want to read. There's no to read next list, nothing on your own profile that you can add. You go to your account and it has like account settings, right? Like Marvel Unlimited just takes you straight to the main site where you can browse their comics section, which is enormous and really hard to get through. On top of that, there are two different search functions, and I was thinking about this. I was like, why is this so bad? It's because there's no site dedicated to the comics only, right? This is the Marvel website for everything Marvel, right? So the other thing that's kind of funny is, to me, at the top is a little tab. I don't know how well you can see it on the screen, but let me double check. But it says, like, it just prompts you to subscribe. Yeah, like at the top right, it says Marvel Unlimited subscribe. I'm already subscribed. It does that. It's done that since the site first ever came out and stuff. Like, because I tried this when it first came out. I tried Marvel Unlimited early on, not like day one, but within the first year, I think. And it has the same issues ever since. Well, I don't think they've ever really updated like the functionality of the comic books, the way you read them and all that kind of stuff. They've added comics, but they've never done anything feature-wise. Like, how do you not have like a library or to read next, and not even a continue reading? If you're reading a comic book, you come back to the site. There's no continue reading where you left off. That doesn't exist. That's crazy, dude. Now, so this is on PC specifically. I've experienced this. I barely ever use the phone. I don't use apps, stuff like that. But I have seen in the past a couple different websites or whatever that started as apps, right? So they started as apps, and when they brought it to PC, it didn't have half the functionality that the app had, right? So I'm wondering, I don't know for sure. I would guess maybe, hopefully, the app actually has better functionality, has better features than the PC browser version. Maybe the app is better, right? But yeah, the fact that it doesn't have like a my library that you can add stuff to your list that you want to read next or whatever. There's no continue reading. You have to go find your comic book. Like last night I was browsing this again, and just for the heck of it, and I was saving the URLs. I hadn't done this before. That was, like I said, the main reason I didn't keep subscribing and I didn't keep reading books on here was because of that. That's it. No my library, no continue reading. Like, it's just crazy. It's like, what? What was I had something I was gonna say, but anyways, so there's actually two different search functions, right? And this made it hard for me. I came back to the website and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to find comic books I want to read, and I knew it was gonna be a pain in the butt because I've already gone through this before. But the search function at the top right of the screen doesn't want to capture my mouse for some reason. Anyways, the search function at the top right of the screen is for the store in general. And every time I go to the store, and I could show you, but, well, I guess I might as well, right? Like, if you go to the store, you go to search, you look for Cable, right? Cable Nathan Summers. And the results are like a bio, like their general marketing Marvel stuff, right? Like article. Look at this article, character, article. So it's none of the comic books about Cable. None of them. That's not how. Because this is a main store feature search, whatever, right? So the way to find characters or comic books is you actually go to the comics tab, right? And then down at the bottom of this little latest comics thing is different tabs that you can look under, right? Browse by series, character, and creator. So you look for character. If you look for series, they actually just show you, like, you can't even, actually no, yeah, I forgot, you can't. You can go down here and search for series. So yeah, it's just a little awkward. It's funky, right? Like it's just weird. And I think because the reason it just feels weird to me anyways, having used other sites, but Comixology was the best before Amazon bought them. They're okay and usable now, but Amazon destroyed Comixology. It just, dude, right away, the first second Amazon bought Comixology, not right away, but like after they bought them, because when they bought Comixology still had its own website. But eventually, I knew it took like maybe a year at the most. I forget how long. It wasn't too long, but a year at the most. Eventually, Comixology merged into the Amazon website. So you no longer have it. And when that happened, Comixology was destroyed, dude. Just trashed completely. Oh, so terrible. I don't remember why I was saying that, but anyway, so Comixology was pretty cool, and it's readable now and fine. But anyways, so one of my things of going through the Marvel comic book, because this website has so many comic books, and I've always wanted to go back and read like all of X-Men, the original, you know, and like so many different Marvel comics that I've wanted to read ever since I was a kid, you know, like, and they have a jillion comic books in this unlimited thing, right? So it's hard to find the ones that you really want to find. Like, let me see. Oh, I didn't do this last night as a test, but like, let me look up Age of Apocalypse. All right, so there's 1995, 2015, and I'm gonna go to the Tales from the Age of Apocalypse. Weird. I was looking at Age of Apocalypse is one I always wanted to go back and read through the whole series. And depending on where you're looking for, it can be weird, man. It's just awkward. Because I came across, there was a different thing I was looking for yesterday. Like, oh, like Age of Apocalypse here. Okay, will this show it? No, this is different too. Okay, so yeah, it's just weird the different ways that you will come across comic books in this site, and the way it functions and stuff is very strange. Because yesterday I was trying to look for Age of Apocalypse stuff, and it was showing like individual issues as well, but the top results in the first two rows were like trade paperback issues, and if I clicked on them and went to them, I couldn't read it digitally. Didn't even have the option for it, so I had to keep searching for the same, like, it was just weird. This one at least brought me straight to it. I don't remember how I found it before. But it can just be a weird site. That's all. I'm not like here to trash on. I'm just sharing like the experience can be a little funky because of that. Because especially for me, no wish list type thing, which isn't needed on this because I don't even think they sell the comic books on here. I was looking for it last night. I was like, do they even sell comic books on here? No. Weird. But no, no continue reading, no to read later, to read next, whatever. There's nothing. You can't add these comic books to a list. Like you go here, you go to the issue, and you can just read now. That's all you can do. There's no plus to your reading list, no anything like, and like I said, no, not even a continue reading. And I can't remember if it even saves where you were, like if you were to go back the next day and find the comic book issue that you were on. I can't remember right now if it even like actually has it saved where you left off, or if you have to start from page 1 again, right? It's just very strange. So I just wanted to share that experience, just say what's up. Like it is very strange to me that there's no continue reading or add to your list of what you want to read next, stuff like that, right? Like those are two basic functionality, like just two things that should be a part of this by default, and it's years. This has been like this for years, man. I'm curious. I want to look up when Marvel Unlimited started. I know it's been at least a few years, right? Like at least a few years, man. So that's just really dumb and annoying. But what it is cool that you can come in here. It took me a while to even realize, because I remember I'd come across it before. I'd come across there being two different search functions, but this one was never too easy to spot because they're so tiny. There's this little series character creator. It's hard to notice when you're first coming to the site and you want to search, right? Here's the big search. Well, it's not even big, but here's the search function, obvious at the top of the screen. Very obvious. Here you go. Here's the search function. But in this one, it's so small. It's such a tiny thing. It's like, oh, I can actually search by series and art and creator and character. Like, that's cool. And the cool thing about that is once you know that's there, you can then go and look for anything, man. So they give you their little featured characters, but you scroll down and then right here is everything. So of course X is always gonna be my first thing, like X-Men. I want to read the X-Men, you know, whatever. But it's alphabetical order. They have it all listed here. It's pretty cool. You know, you can go through here, search under alphabetical order stuff, whatever. You can click on here. You can search for, you know, you can type in the name of whatever you're looking for. And that's pretty cool. Another one I always wanted to read more of was Nate Gray, which is very strange. He does, if I look for Nate Gray here, he doesn't come up right as a character. Very strange, because Nate Gray had his own comic book. It was called X-Man though. So you got Cable, right? You got Cable Ultimate and then Cable Deadpool that are results that come up. So there's Cable, but another way to look it up would be specifically X-Man, which I had done on the regular search function of the store at the very top right. I had done that. I looked for X-Man, I looked for Nate Gray, and again, it doesn't take you to the right results, because it's not taking you to comic book results. It's taking you to whatever's on the shop thing or whatever. So very strange. And then I had started using the Marvel Unlimited filter. Sometimes it'll show stuff on here that you can't actually read yet. And another thing that bugs me is I don't know where it does it, but is it on the main comic page? Yeah, like new this week, right? So if you go to comics, right, new this week, I don't know why it does this. I'm curious, because they don't sell them, right? Like if you go here, you can't purchase it. The digital issue, you can't purchase it, and it's not on Marvel Unlimited apparently. And I'd forgotten about this. I think it used to be 1 month, when they first came out. It used to be like a month after or maybe I'm thinking of the DC Infinite one. Might be that. But you have to wait 3 months after the comic book releases, like physically or whatever, before it'll be in a subscription thing, right? But why is it listed here as in new comic books if there's not even an option to purchase it, like at all? Like you can't even purchase a digital version, right? So it promotes their new comic books that you cannot read and you cannot buy. That's dumb, man. That's just dumb. I think if they had a separate section for it, maybe, you know, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me, right? Like, it's weird because, like, you go to comic books. I want to go read my unlimited comic books. It's the only reason I'm subbed to the site. And you can't purchase the comic book. So why is it there? Why is it on the front freaking page without any kind of URL in the description of where you could go buy it, right? You know, nothing. They're just here to show you, here's some comic books that you can't read. Like, okay. anyways, so there's just some weirdness to the site that it doesn't make sense to me, you know, like that doesn't make sense. I think it's cool to know what the new comic books are, but if you're not even going to link anywhere to buy them or even sell them yourself, like that's just strange to me. That's very strange. But the number one thing to me that bugs me about this site is that no, you know, I've said it repeatedly, right? No wish list type thing, no continue reading. You know, no read next list, nothing. Like, what the hell, man? All right. Anyways, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.